In this video, we'll be taking a look at 2 NBA games happening on November 30th, 2024, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 4 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 2 NBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start: if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Atlanta Hawks versus Charlotte Hornets. NBA action in the Southeast Division continues on Saturday as the Atlanta Hawks face off against the Charlotte Hornets. Both teams are playing their second game of a back-to-back set. Earlier in the season, these teams met in Atlanta, where the Hawks secured a hard-fought 125-120 victory. On Friday, the Hawks built on that momentum with a dominant 117-101 win over the Cleveland Cavaliers, defying expectations as 5.5-point home underdogs. In contrast, the Hornets fell just short in a nail-biting 99-98 loss to the New York Knicks, although they managed to cover the 12.5-point spread as underdogs. The Hawks recently endured a tough loss to the Dallas Mavericks before rebounding with victories over the Cavaliers. Their upcoming schedule includes challenging matchups against the New Orleans Pelicans, Milwaukee Bucks, and Los Angeles Lakers. Meanwhile, the Hornets have struggled, losing to both the Miami Heat and New York Knicks. Looking ahead, they'll face the Philadelphia 76ers, the Knicks again, and the Cavaliers. The Atlanta Hawks, who have struggled with consistency this season, are now aiming for a third consecutive victory after an impressive showing against the Cavaliers on Friday night. The team shot an efficient 51% from the field and hit 14 of 34 attempts from beyond the arc. In a tightly contested first half, the Hawks managed to pull away with a stunning 39-point third quarter, establishing a lead of up to 20 points. This surge highlights their ability to dominate when they find their rhythm. Following this matchup against the Hornets, the Hawks will prepare to face 2 strong opponents in the Pelicans and Bucks. On the other side, the Charlotte Hornets find themselves in a downward spiral, having lost 6 of their last 7 games. They will be desperate to snap a 4-game losing streak after their heartbreaking 1-point loss to the Knicks on Friday. The Hornets struggled offensively, shooting just 40% from the field and converting only 15 of 47 attempts from deep. However, their defense was commendable as they built an early 10-point lead and remained competitive until the final moments. Their next challenge will be against the formidable 76ers. Atlanta is currently dealing with fewer injuries as Cody Zeller remains sidelined. Conversely, the Hornets are monitoring the status of their star player LaMelo Ball, who missed Friday's game due to left calf soreness. The Hawks appear to have turned a corner after their recent struggles, highlighted by consecutive wins against the Eastern Conference leading Cavaliers. In contrast, the Hornets have been plagued by injuries and poor form, with Ball's absence further diminishing their chances. While both teams are playing the second half of a back-to-back, Atlanta's recent form and healthier roster give them a significant advantage. The Hawks have the confidence and momentum to extend their winning streak, especially against a Charlotte team that has dropped its last 4 games. With Trae Young leading the NBA in assists and players like DeAndre Hunter stepping up, the Hawks' offense is firing on all cylinders. Charlotte, on the other hand, continues to grapple with injuries to key players such as Ball and Miles Bridges. Thanks to their balanced offensive approach and dynamic playmaking from Young, the Atlanta Hawks to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Atlanta's fast-paced offense, which ranks among the league's top 10 in possessions per game, not only creates scoring opportunities but also wears down opposing defenses. Players like Jalen Johnson and Clint Capela provide the Hawks with an edge inside, capitalizing on Charlotte's deficiencies in defensive rebounding, an area where the Hornets rank near the bottom of the league. Additionally, Charlotte's struggles in perimeter defense leave them vulnerable to sharpshooters like Young and Bogdanovic. Despite the Hornets' tenacity and competitiveness, their frequent losses and Ball's uncertain status significantly weaken their prospects in this game. The second night of a back-to-back often forces teams to make adjustments due to fatigue or injuries, and this scenario is no different. The Hornets face a particularly tough challenge if Ball and Bridges are unavailable again, as Ball has been the centerpiece of their offense, averaging over 30 points and 6 assists per game. Without him, Charlotte's offense lacks the firepower to keep pace. Atlanta, too, might rely more on their bench after expending considerable energy in back-to-back wins over Cleveland. Given the Hornets' recent trend of lower scoring games, including going under the total in their last 3 contests, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Philadelphia 76ers versus Detroit Pistons. Detroit will host Philadelphia for an Eastern Conference clash on Saturday, November 30th. The Pistons currently hold a 9-12 overall record, while the 76ers are struggling at 3-14 this season. Philadelphia has faced difficulties recently, losing 7 of their last 9 games. On the other hand, Detroit has shown signs of improvement, winning 2 of their last 3 matchups. The 76ers recently suffered defeats against the Clippers and Rockets, and their upcoming schedule includes games against the Hornets, Magic, and Bulls. Meanwhile, the Pistons lost to the Grizzlies but bounced back with a win over the Pacers. Their upcoming matchups feature challenging opponents such as the Bucks, Celtics, and Knicks. Philadelphia's offensive struggles are reflected in their shooting percentages, as the team is converting only 31.8% of their attempts from beyond the arc and 78.1% from the free throw line. Defensively, they are allowing opponents to shoot 36.5% from three-point range and are securing 39.5 rebounds per game. In contrast, Detroit is shooting 34.9% from deep and 75.8% from the charity stripe. Defensively, the Pistons are allowing a similar 36.7% shooting from long range but are more effective on the boards, averaging 46.5 rebounds per game. In terms of injuries, the 76ers will once again be without Joel Embiid, and Paul George's status is questionable for this game. For the Pistons, Bobi Klintman remains sidelined. Philadelphia has been one of the league's biggest disappointments this season, and their morale took another hit after an overtime loss to the Rockets on Wednesday. Conversely, the Pistons are coming off a back-to-back set but are riding high after a dominant win over the Pacers. With Cade Cunningham back in the lineup, Detroit is as healthy and confident as they have been in quite some time. Detroit's performance in their victory over Indiana was particularly impressive. They shot efficiently, dominated the boards, minimized turnovers, and showcased solid defensive play. A similar level of execution could allow them to comfortably defeat a Philadelphia team that is struggling to find its footing. Without Embiid and potentially George, the 76ers offense lacks firepower. Detroit's defensive ability to limit Tyrese Maxey will be key, and if they succeed, they should secure the win. While the 76ers might seem to have an advantage in terms of rest, their 3-14 record and 4-13 record against the spread make them an untrustworthy pick. Until Philadelphia shows signs of improvement, backing them seems risky. On the flip side, Detroit is playing with energy and confidence, especially after a morale-boosting road win over Indiana. Notably, the Pistons defeated the 76ers by 10 points in their last meeting. In a closely matched scenario, Detroit's home court advantage and recent form make them the better choice. So the Detroit Pistons to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. When it comes to the total points, the under has been a consistent trend for Detroit. The total has gone under in 12 of their games this season, including 5 out of 9 home games. With the 76ers in poor shooting form and the game likely to feature a slower pace, a defensive battle with limited scoring opportunities is anticipated. Therefore, under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.